We're back on another episode of Interview with Fat Funny. Right now, we in the studio with LastnghtShy.
Yes, Sirski.
So we're going to chop it up with him and just see what he's about and everything he got going on.
Definitely.
All right, so you're from North Carolina. How did you end up in Connecticut?
Just my dad's job type shit. So basically, my parents got married and just ended up migrating over here.
How long you been here for?
I've been here for a few years.
What's a few years?
A few years, like, I must like high school.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
Oh, so you've been here. You've been here from CT now. What part of CT?
Literally down Bridgeport way.
Oh, you from Bridgeport. So how was your life like in Bridgeport from like high school to now?
High school to now, that shit, it's P. You know what I mean? For the most part, just be out the way. Literally just, you know, me focus on music type shit.
So what did you like better, Bridgeport or CT? I mean Bridgeport or CT. Bridgeport or Charlotte?
Charlotte. For the most part, like, I love Connecticut for the most part. I ain't gonna lie, just like the speed of it, just as far as just like, you know, I feel like it's more like a little more like competition, more drive up here. So it just pushed me to just, you know, be like excellent for real.
So you're saying Charlotte was born and no potential?
Nah, it had like, for me, for the most part, like family was the best part to it. But I would say just as far as like having access to New York being like right here, like just little things like that just really like help, you know, versus like being in just like the country where it's like an hour to get to the mall. Like, just things like that.
I like Charlotte, though. I feel like that's the cittiest part of down south altogether. Like, everywhere else, like, I'm not going there. It's dead.
Yeah, that's where I'm at, like, where it's real, like, still got dirt roads, all that shit, so.
That's where my family, like, I'm not going down there. No, I just FaceTime me.
Right.
All right, so what are some things you learned growing up that you still stand on today?
For the most part, like, just being, like, a person of my word, just standing on, like, things that I say or, like, promises that I make. Loyalty, just like that really drive me like for real. So it's just like I be careful with that too, just like being like too loyal sometimes. Like even just like this year 2024, I just really like learned a lot about myself and like how far like I say like my love go for like certain people and like certain situations. So I'm just really like loyalty for sure, love, loyalty, and just I'll say just also just chasing dreams. For real, just never like giving up on anything that you like.
100%, no matter what age.
Yeah, that you passionate about, that you love. Just like, just go.
Why do you stand on loyalty so much? What happened that made you realize, nah, this is the only way to go?
I don't know. I feel like it's just something that's installed in me. Just like, just installed in me as a person for real. So it's like something that's almost like just a reflex. And it's like sometimes it's not even like being aware that you could be loyal to like the wrong thing or like the wrong person. So like, I think life just really like showed me like you could be loyal to like the wrong person and be like shitted on, taken for granted. Like,
are you good at cutting people off when you realize? Because a lot of times we wait too long and we realize, damn, you was playing me the whole time.
Yeah, nah, I'm good. Like definitely like on timing for sure. Definitely on timing because like you know what I mean. Like I'm like. I give a lot of time, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I peep like when I'm being played.
You like, got 30 seconds. If I you was playing with me. I don't got to talk to you ever again. I'm good at cutting motherfuckers off.
Have to.
I would forget your name. But somebody be talking about you, I'd be like, who?
Right.
Because I'm too real of a person to let you play with me. So once I feel like you playing, I can play too.
Yeah.
I don't know you at all.
Right. Or you got to just, for me, just move out of the way because that shit just, it don't bring.
Keep going.
Yeah, it don't bring nothing like that you looking for out of it, you know?
Right.
Literally, it's like a cycle, man.
Right, so your name is LastnghtShy.
Yeah.
How did you get? Where do you get your name from?
I honestly just like living for real, just like honestly just being on some like really be outside like on some nighttime shit, and then always just being in something that kind of be worthy to talk about the next day, or creating a situation the night before that's always worthy to talk about the next day. So it's just like last night.
So where do you get the shy part? Like,
so my name is Shaheem. So we just cut the Shaheem
like a
off.
Muslim. I would just
I'm not Muslim. I'm Christian for sure. But like we cut the Shaheem off and get Shy.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yep.
All right. So I was watching an interview. You said one of your influences is Phil Collins. What do you know about Phil Collins? Because especially like somebody your age, first of all, and like your type of music.
Yeah.
Niggas don't be knowing about Phil Collins. They don't be knowing about the old people that like that really got the shit going
That's
on.
a fact.
So like, how do you know about Phil Collins? And how do you know about Phil Collins and who else inspired you?
Fire. Basically, so Fire, like Tarzan, honestly, I saw the whole movie of that shit just one time and just like the soundtrack just stuck in my head. I'm like, yo, whoever's singing this shit is the GOAT. And like, so I got a little older and like to be able to research music and see what's going on and really dove into like, yo, Phil Collins and like explore his like catalog and just what he do and what he brought to the culture and just to music as general. And so like definitely like Phil Collins for sure. I love Sade, how she still get her point across vocally, but she don't gotta do too much like with the runs and riffs. Like she still like she do her thing and you get the point.
You can't say she can't sing, but she ain't doing too much. Yeah, like you can tell she hold her weight.
Right. You want to hear what she got. Like, you want to hear her shit. Like so. Yeah, I fuck with Sade. Who else? Type shit. Fuck. Of course, Michael Jackson. Like of course, just him as an all around artist. Not even just on the music on record, but like just as a artist, a icon type shit. You know. So yeah.
So give me one Sade song since you.
Kiss of Life. That's my shit. Kiss of Life, Smooth Operator.
You could tell he a fan when he named shit that I don't know from watching the video. So like he know the deep cut.
Yeah, we love her for sure. That's a fact.
All right. So when did you realize you had the ability to say? One, would you consider yourself a singer? Like, what do you consider yourself?
Yeah, I definitely consider myself a singer because like singing, it come from the soul. So it's like I definitely sing like from the soul for sure. Like church type shit is where I started. So it's like.
That's crazy. I was watching some of your stuff. I could tell somebody that came from the church and somebody that don't got no, I'm not gonna say don't got no God with them. You can just tell the difference. Like you got the basic foundation of being in choir rehearsal. I could tell by your music.
Yep, that was in North Carolina where I started it. But even when like my parents, we moved to Connecticut, like first thing we found was a church. So like got in there, got involved with the choir and just like, you know, that's where like, and then honestly like studying like old like groups like Jodeci and things like that, learning how they like took gospel and implicated into R&B world. And I'm just like, oh shit, like, you know what I mean? Like this is where it starts, you know?
And you can tell Jodeci's like the before R&B changed, I'm gonna say. Everybody followed after Jodeci. Now I don't know who they following, but like.
Yeah, that's the thing. We need that back. Like it's a lot of, it's R&B out here now, but it's not like.
It's not, I'm not gonna say it's not R&B. I think I'm aging myself. It's not like how it used to be.
Yeah, it's
now
not driven.
It's more hip hop influence. So that's not bad, but it's like, nigga, sing. Let's grab the mic and go crazy.
Yeah, we need that balance now. We need that balance back. But you know what I mean? Still have fun with it. Still be able to cater to what's going on today. But like, still have that feeling.
So what do you say? What do you think about the state of R&B right now? Who's killing it right now? Mainstream.
Honestly, when I look at like when I say artists, like I look at whole package type shit. So I study like
Me
the whole
too.
package.
I don't care how good you can sing. Like what I buy this ticket. That's how I look at it. Am I gonna pay to go see the show?
Facts. So it's like, you know what I mean? That's like honestly, that's the thing I'm looking at. So honestly, I can't say anybody killing it where they like, yo, this person like just like. You know what I mean? Like, ain't nobody just got that flair that just catching my eye right now with this shit. So
and it's sad because R&B my favorite genre of music. Like, damn, like male and female. Somebody do something. I feel like everybody trying to be a rapper. Yeah. Even R&B artists. That's the problem.
Yeah, and in that rap world, it's like, you know, you got to come off a certain way to really appeal. And like, you know what I mean? We need like the R&B shit back where it's like you can still
niggas
like,
don't cry no more. Like, what's going on?
You know what I mean? Like, we need it. Yeah, we need it. You know what I mean? P.
All right. So, what makes you stand out in like a crowd? Like everybody's an inspired artist right now. What makes Shy stand out?
Honestly, I just think grace. I just think I have like this certain grace that that just you know what I mean is favor. You know what I mean? Grace and favor that I'm able to carry along with me. That just you know what I mean? A light. You know what I mean? That I believe that shines in certain situations in certain rooms. That's just supposed to you know what I mean? Give me that factor. You know, just also just being a Gemini. I feel like I'm gonna be able to be like I don't want to say like shapeshifter, but just like you know, and be able to take different different form and just be
wherever you need me to be.
Yeah, type shit. Like you know what I mean, just being able to be that. So I feel like that just give me the ability to you know do my thing.
So if I were to ask you, what's your standout song? What would it be? Like if I want to show you off to a label or something,
I'll say Where Do You Go? Where Do You Go for sure. It's something I released like this year. Where Do You Go? And then I have another song called What. And I think those two right there are like crazy. It's like first songs you pull up if you want to like put niggas on type shit. Definitely.
All right, so independent or major? If you was offered a deal, how would you go about it? And I mean independent, not fake independent like everybody doing. Like independent.
Like type shit. I'm going all the way. Like I want to really like, you know what I mean. Every door, like every step, you know what I mean? And then like once I had a taste of everything, they'd be like, all right, we could take the independent route. Right. Have all the leverage and just we built something out where we could just, you know. I
feel like you gotta do what makes sense for you. Like, right. Do major, you build your catalog up, and I can do it on my own.
For sure.
All right, so what's the creative process like? I access a lot of rappers. So what about a singer? Like, how do you layer out a song? How do you produce a record?
Definitely, first we just literally like melody. So you're gonna start off with a little mumbling, a little scatting, a little like it's not gonna make sense at all at first, but then it's like you catch that melody and just that pocket, and it's just copy paste repeat from there, for real.
Playing instruments?
Yeah, a little saxophone, a little piano.
I play the saxophone. That's crazy. I love when I play the saxophone.
Yeah,
like,
beautiful instrument.
Right.
Definitely.
I probably suck now, but all through high school and middle school, I was going crazy.
Yeah, crazy, bro. I always had an appreciation for like the people in New York that you would see like as a kid in Times Square, like just on the corner, just ripping it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they're bold too. Yeah. I ain't gonna say I don't have the confidence to do that, but I ain't about to be still. So you can tell somebody that love the craft that they don't give a fuck if nobody's paying attention to them. Yeah. They're gonna do their thing.
That's a fact.
All right, so who's your dream collab? I'm gonna say CT Bass and then mainstream that take your career to the next level or like give you more notoriety in the state.
Okay, out here, I would say for the most part, I'll probably go with like Snopra. We could definitely nail a crazy track. I would love to get her in the future. Actually, I think that would go stupid. Who else? There's one more person on like the top of my head. I feel like we'll go crazy. I think me and QB will go crazy.
QB?
Yeah.
QB?
He from Bridgeport too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Crazy. I think that'd be stupid. Mm-hmm. And then for like somebody that's already like outside CT mainstream crazy right now,
don't say Cash Cobain.
Nah. he definitely he a GOAT. I would definitely want to work with him on production. Definitely. Who the fuck? I'll say maybe Yachty.
That'll go crazy. People don't give Yachty the credit he fucking deserves. And it's like you don't even know it until you like really start paying attention. But he's like, oh, okay.
Right. He evolved crazy too. I'm a fan of like people that know how to evolve and like pivot. You know what I mean?
The Nick one, I've like business wise and like music, like, oh, okay, he doing something.
That part.
All right, so you accomplished it. How long you been doing music?
I've been doing music for a minute, man. Like really, I got on the laptop at like 13 and then really started like taking trips, traveling, label meetings and shit like that. Like the last like 5 years, 6 years.
What's the most a label has offered you, if you don't mind?
Like 2 M's.
Why didn't you take it?
Terms just aren't in my favor. So it's like, you know, that at the end of the day, paperwork got to look right. The numbers got to be transparent. The conversation got to be transparent. Everything on the table. And it's like, you know, if that situation, it wasn't full transparency. So I just didn't feel comfortable in the long run, like moving forward with it. So
and $2 million is not a lot. We think it's a lot, but once everything clear and like I'm locked in for I had 30 albums.
Yeah, certain people get paid off. You know what I mean? It's like it's time to work now. Like hell no. Nah. You want to be comfortable in the situation.
Right.
Yeah.
So what would you say your greatest accomplishment to date?
Greatest accomplishment to date? Shit. I got a few. Honestly, I would say probably moving out of CT. I'd probably say that's my biggest accomplishment right now. Just being able to put myself like in a network of being able to like sharpen my iron against like other people that's trying to like really compete. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm being in certain rooms where like conversations lead to like other plays, you know what I mean? Like motion for sure. So just being able to multiply right now, I think that's definitely my biggest accomplishment.
So you don't live in CT now? I
live in Florida right now.
All right, so how was that? Like how did you transition there and how did that come about?
Florida, man, it's cool. Honestly, it's like I know, like I've been vacationing there since a kid, so it's like I'm learning. Like it's not that I'm learning, but like I'm just already knowing, like you know what I mean. Like it'll take your bread. Like it's a lot of vanity out there, like bitches, all kind of shit that just like run you dry. So I'm really like studio crib, just like real focus out there type shit. And
so how did you move out there? It was like you just woke up one day and said, "Fuck it, I'm moving to Miami," or it was an opportunity or something.
Yeah, it was like I had an opportunity, but like I was like lit, like opportunity like on the table type shit. But I was kind of putting it off for like a minute because I was like in a relationship and I was just like really loving like the life out here in Connecticut type shit, and just had a lot of attachments I didn't want to like let go, sacrifice type shit. So it came to a time where I'm just like I just surrendered everything, just let everything go, like, and then just was like I just go out there.
How's that paying off? You feel like it was worth
mentally, yeah, and just like I could see clearer now. Before I was just like, I can only like see one way, and that was kind of like
that's how we be so tied up in other shit. We don't see like this is killing me. Like this is not even like this is not helping me at all.
Yeah, you know, and it's like I seen this video of this little fish that was like that kind of jumped out of this pond, and it was like it was trying to get back up on this rock that was like to get back to the other side, but like eventually like the fish stopped trying to jump back over and just went with the flow, and it led him to like a way bigger pond, way beautifuler sea. And I was like, yo, that was me the whole time, like literally fighting this shit because like
we hold ourselves back from shit because we're scared, we don't want to fail, but like you fail anyway if you don't do it, so why not just do it?
That part. Fail, don't want to do shit alone. My biggest part was I didn't want to do it alone. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to go out there alone. I didn't want what was for me to be just for me and like have the person I was like in love with type shit like not there with me for the ride type shit. You know?
You can fall in love again. So like you gotta just like
fall in love with emotion. Like
you gotta do what's best for you. Because at the end of the day, that person gonna do what's best for them.
That part.
So
that part.
All right, so do you do music full time or like you work a job and do music or?
I do music full time for the most part, but I do like little like other things I produce on the side. I do like engineering on the side, like other things like just music oriented.
So what kind of sacrifice did you have to make to do music all the time? Because that's a lot. I know that's my biggest problem. I can't do this full time. I got bills.
Yeah.
So like this is part time. So what sacrifices did you make, and what advice would you give somebody that have dreams?
Like honestly, school, just like sacrificing that, just. Literally, like not going to college type shit. Sacrificing that was definitely the biggest thing. Like thankfully I had friends that was in college, so I would be able to go there and like get the experience and stay with like weekends on campus with them and shit like that. So I got the college life experience, but for the most part, like I saw like what came with it, like the demand of like being at class, the demand of studying and homework, and I was like, yo,
and that shit don't pay off sometimes. Not to stop nobody from going to college.
Yeah,
like, sometimes it's like.
I'm like, if I
we in the same boat. We live together. Like,
right. You know, so I was like, I want to just see like what happened. If I get like the same way my friends is giving all their time to like college and school, I want to see what happens if I give all my time like to this music shit. Like if I work just as hard with this and like take it as serious as they take it in school and like, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna get somewhere. So like, you know what I mean? Why they in classes, like from I'm taking flights, like taking trips and like I'm out there like dead broke in LA type shit, but like
I'm out here. That's
I'm
you
out
gotta
here.
be broke sometimes.
You know
like you gotta go broke.
Yeah.
You gotta live your dreams if it's just peaches and cream.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like it until the shit pay off.
Facts. Like there was a time where I went out there like and then like I was staying at this studio for like a year and then like it came to the season where like everybody went home for the season because it was Christmas time. And so Christmas season was over, like New Year's was over, everybody going back to studios in LA and shit. So like I had an internship there and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go back to the place I was staying, thinking I'm good and shit. And like I got there and like the dude texted me, he's like, yo, like you didn't ask for permission to come back. Like I'm like, what do you mean? Like I'm an intern here. So like what are you saying? Like the year's not like what's going on? So he's like, yeah, you didn't ask permission to stay here. So like, yeah, you pack your shit and like you gotta leave type shit. Like just got off the flight, it's like 6 a.m. I just put my bags down. I get a text like, yo, like I'm like everybody like welcome me with open arms to even come back to the studio. Like they knowing me, like what's going on here? And so he's like, yeah, nah, like you didn't ask. So like I'm like packing my shit and I'm like thinking I had shit sorted out, but the first day I got there, like I'm on a bus stop, like fresh off a flight, figuring it out again. You know what I mean? And like ended up staying there like for another month, still stretched it out, made it work, but it was like, you know what I mean? That's like,
what does that make me? The fuck,
you know
I just came here.
Yeah, that's
I
like
spent my money on the flight. Like you should have told me I can't come back.
Come on, like you know what I mean? So it's like little shit like that really like it'll deter. Like some people like will like go home and will never want to take that risk again.
Yeah, no,
they like
you got to. I feel like in life,
I
realized when I made the biggest risk, the shit paid out the best. Like it made sense the most.
That's a fact, bro. It do. Cause like with that, me staying out there, I ended up living with like Coil Ray for a little bit. Like just doors opened up. Like, but unfortunately COVID happened, so we just everything had to come back to CT and just make the best of it. But it was a great experience, you know.
All right, so you say you was on the college campus. So if you did go to school, what would you major in?
I would have majored in like business, economics, vibes like that. Or like maybe something like with like biology, chemistry. Cause I do love like science. But I do love like business and like communication and shit like that.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's get into music. You dropped your new single, In Person. Tell us about that.
In Person was just like literally like the last 2 songs I dropped was like about the same person. In Person is literally just like just a conversation of just like a conversation for real, just like saying shit that I wanted to say to somebody, but they just wasn't wasn't really hearing me. You know what I'm saying? So like. Just like, you know, it's been a long time since we linked up in person. Like, just conversate about this shit, feelings that you feeling inside. Like, I know you holding that shit in. You don't got to. Like, let's talk. And, you know, it's been crazy that, like, yeah. Like, I love making good music, but I hate, like, I hate where the song's got to come from.
I was about to say, you feel like that's the only way you can express yourself through the music of the person not hearing you, or
yeah, if like
you just want them to hear it because you know they know it's about them, so they're gonna listen to it, or they're gonna call you, or just really you just expressing yourself.
Yeah, really express myself because like sometimes like if I'm like 9 times out of 10 if I'm having to make songs about it, it's because like you're not hearing what I'm saying, so I have no choice but to let it out that way because I don't have no really other way of expression. So that's the only way I can let that shit out, and then. I don't look for them to hear it because like if I'm making a song about the person 9 times out of 10 I know the shit like the relationship's coming to an end, so they probably won't hear about it unless they just like really like snooping and trying to figure out. But like I don't really care. I just be really trying to get my ventilation. Let some
so
shit
you
off.
and Keisha Cole, you make better music when you hurt.
Yeah, better music when I'm hurt. Better music on a late night when I'm just really in my thoughts. Like feel me, like half awake type shit, just not really fully like just letting shit fly for real. Yeah. It's crazy.
Are you a good performer? Because a lot of people, it don't translate. The music be fire and they can't put on a stage show. Yeah. So, like, how important is a stage show to you, and can you put on a good stage show?
Very important to me. If everything around me like stage wise is set up correctly on the back end as far as like on like the media people that's work production team, then I could perform for sure. Like I used to like do like karaoke nights with my friends sometimes and like get so caught up in the performance that like I wouldn't even care about like the lyrics on the screen no more. It's just like about the people in the moment. Like so I just love performing. I always love being in front of like the home video cameras.
I feel like that's the part a lot of these new artists admit. Like you have to perform this. This is your time to make me be a fan.
Yeah.
Because I can listen to it and say it's fire, but if you can't perform, you can't let the music come alive. What are we doing?
Yeah. And it's not about just making noise. It's about even being able to turn the music off and connect with the people and talk to them real quick. Even if it's like 5 seconds, make them feel something real quick besides the bass and then get back to it. It's an experience.
It's an experience. Show your personality. Because at the end of the day, you want these people to tap in and buy into you.
That part.
Still a product. Like, music's free. Let's be real. Like, you need these people to buy you.
Right. That part. Literally.
All right. So you did On the Radar. How did that come about? How was that experience?
Just my boy Jonathan Hicks. He set that up. He's literally another CT legend, real dot connector. He plugged me in with that shit. It was a great experience. It was real quick. Like that shit was like it was like I can't say like I didn't take the moment in, but I knew I was there, like, and I was doing what I was doing, like what it was. But at the same time, I was like, it went by so fast that I couldn't really like what I mean. It didn't really settle in. What I'm saying? Because it was like get in there and then like all right behind the mic straight to it. You know what I mean? It was like and it was out. It wasn't really like we really got to connect out there and kind of like build like a little vibe. It was kind of like next person coming in to shoot their shit. So
see, that's why I'm like if you're not. I'm just gonna go on, but like it's certain platforms. It's like what's the anyway?
Yeah, so like, it was vibes though.
It blew up though. His platform was going crazy. Yeah. I appreciate I want to get there one day. So I appreciate that. So
right.
What does the rest of the year look like for you?
Rest of the year is literally back to Florida, just really just taking up more studio sessions, writing for more artists, producing for more artists, and just creating more singles for myself until we just feel like it's project mode, and then just seeing what happens from there for real.
Oh, so you're a ghostwriter?
Yeah.
Have you ghostwritten for anybody we know?
Definitely been on some projects with things with like Chris Brown, Trippie Redd, did some production, Ty Dolla $ign, Wale, Tory Lanez, his most recent track before he got locked up. It Doesn't Matter. That shit is crazy. Did some things on Kawhi Leonard's album, this Culture Jam. Yeah.
So you outside?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Definitely.
So what is one thing you want to leave with the people before we wrap this up? What is one thing you want them to remember about you?
Definitely want people to remember that like that everything I say happens. Like almost like I ain't even gonna say I like tell the future, but like it's like I tell my friends like it's manifestation at its finest for real. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like this shit is real. Like yeah, it's work, but it's really a lot of like just speaking to existence for real. So it's like just really like listen, like when you hear me speaking things I say, like don't take it lightly because it's definitely like almost like intuitive, if that's how you even say that shit right. Like I don't know, it's crazy. That's why I'm even careful about what I say, even on music, because like I know.
I have to. I realize I speak some shit and it's like, oh wow,
yeah,
you the reason this happened. Like you did this.
Yeah, like I made a song called Brainless, and then like ended up really like being brainless in a relationship. Like you know what I mean, like the shit about being loyal to like too loyal too long. Like didn't even know this whole time. You know what I mean? Parents wondering like, yo, this not like my son. Like you'll cut a bitch off like same day type shit. How is this like going on so long? But I was brainless. I spoke it into existence in a record. Like, so like, and I've said things in songs that like didn't even happen yet. And literally like the shit happened. I'm in a tongue.
You gotta be careful with that.
In a moment.
All the time.
Yeah, gotta be
say
careful.
Shit when you mad, be careful because shit really happens.
It's power in that, man. So I'm just, very mindful.
All right, so let the people know where they can find you at.
Yeah, you can find me LastnghtShy, LAST, no I in the night, LastnghtShy on Instagram. And you can find me LastnghtShy, same way it's spelled, but it's a dot between last night and shy for TikTok. And yeah, motion.
All right, make sure y'all stream his new single in person.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all watch this and listen to this wherever you get your podcast at.
Yeah.
We out. I want to appreciate you for coming.
Thank you.
We out.
For sure.